Emotional abuse is like death by 1,000 paper cuts. Each hurtful comment or dismissive gesture may seem minor on its own. You brush it off, make excuses, or blame yourself. But over time, these small wounds add up. The pain becomes constant, and your self-esteem erodes. It's not about one incident. It's the relentless accumulation that does the damage. Instead, using a steady drip of negativity, gaslighting, passive-aggressive remarks, and backhanded compliments become the norm. You start to feel raw, exhausted, and unsure of yourself. The result? You lose sight of who you are. Emotional abuse is a slow, quiet way to lose yourself, one small wound at a time. Recognizing the pattern is key to understanding the harm. You deserve better than a life full of paper cuts. Emotional abuse is real, and it's often invisible. It doesn't leave bruises, but it leaves deep marks on your mind and heart. It's a pattern of control, criticism, and isolation that chips away at your sense of self. Unlike physical abuse, emotional abuse hides in plain sight, masked as concern, disguised as love. The abuser may seem charming to others, but behind closed doors you're left doubting your worth and reality. It's the constant criticism, the silent treatment, the subtle digs that make you question yourself. Because there are no visible scars, it's easy to minimize the pain or excuse the behavior. But the absence of physical violence doesn't mean the absence of harm. Emotional abuse thrives in secrecy, making you feel alone and confused. Recognizing this pattern is the first step toward breaking free. Naming it, calling it what it is an act of courage. It's not a one-time fight. It's a relentless pattern that erodes your spirit. Seeing the truth is the beginning of reclaiming your life. Living with emotional abuse changes your brain and body. You're always on edge, scanning for the next hurt. Stress hormones flood your system, leaving you anxious, exhausted, and unable to relax. Over time, your brain's fear pathways strengthen, while your ability to think clearly and manage emotions weakens. You may react intensely to small things or feel numb and disconnected. Emotional abuse dismantles your identity, targeting what makes you unique. You start to see yourself through the abuser's critical lens. Self-doubt and confusion take over, and you lose trust in your own feelings. You build a false self to survive, hiding your true self away. The abuser's voice becomes the loudest in your head. Eventually, you may feel powerless to change your situation. This isn't your fault. It's a learned response to chronic mistreatment. Healing begins with understanding how abuse has changed you. Healing starts with awareness, seeing the wounds for what they are. It's about naming the pain and allowing yourself to feel it. For so long, you may have numbed your emotions to survive. Now, it's time to welcome them back. Anger, grief, sadness, and confusion. These feelings are messengers pointing to where you've been hurt. Healing means sitting with your emotions and honoring them. Self-compassion is essential. Speak to yourself with kindness, not blame. You are not responsible for someone else's cruelty. Reclaiming your story means recognizing your strength and resilience. Every small choice to honor yourself is an act of defiance against the abuse. Healing is about becoming the author of your own life again. Set boundaries, rediscover your passions, and trust your instincts. You are the expert on your own healing. Healing isn't linear, it's messy, with ups and downs. The goal isn't to erase the past, but to integrate it and move forward. Your scars become symbols of strength, not reminders of pain. As you heal, the confusion lifts and your true voice returns. You reconnect with the parts of yourself you had to hide. Laughter, creativity, and self-trust come back. This is the return to wholeness, moving from surviving to thriving. You learn to trust yourself and build healthy, supportive relationships. True connection invites you to be fully yourself. Your story doesn't end with pain. It's just one chapter. The rest is yours to write with joy, purpose, and love for who you are. You are not just a survivor. You are rising, whole, and courageous. The life you deserve is waiting for you.